everybody. I am chilling in my PJs today because why not? And for today I thought I wanted to share with you guys the time when I had a really bad anxiety attack. Now I don't want to say panic attack. It was more like an anxiety attack. And before I begin, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and ring the bell for notifications so you never miss when I post a new video, which is daily. I've talked about my anxiety disorder on my channel before, so if you're new here you can go find my other videos where I've talked about it. I talked about how my anxiety issues got really bad when I was 14, and I was just in the midst of like massively struggling with my anxiety at that time in my life. And there was an instance that happened with my dad. Now, I'm not going to go into all of the details with my dad, but I'll say we're not very close. My dad's someone where we're very similar, yet just different enough that we constantly clash. And one way that he's different than me is he's more extroverted, I'm more introverted. And that's always kind of caused some tension between us because he never understood why I was so content being by myself. He always viewed that as a really bad, negative thing. Well, so when I was 14, my dad and we were in the kitchen, and my grandma, my mom's mom, she was in the living room. Now, my dad, I don't know what happened. I don't remember all the details, unfortunately, but I remember this is before I went vegan, and I was getting a glass of milk, and I somehow accidentally spilled my glass of milk. Now, I was gonna go clean it up, right? Well, but the thing is, I'm someone whose brain kind of responds slowly when things like that happen. So this is kind of how my brain works. Rather than seeing, oh hey, I spilled milk, let me go clean it quick, my brain goes like this. Oh, I spilled milk? Okay, I need to go clean that. Okay, what do I need to go grab to go clean that? Oh, I need to go grab a towel, let me go clean that. But it takes me just like a few seconds to sometimes process when accidents like that happen. I don't know why, that's just the way my brain works. But apparently I wasn't moving fast enough for my dad when it came to cleaning up the milk. So he told me to clean it up, which I was gonna go do. But then he got frustrated with me that I wasn't cleaning up right in that second, but I was gonna go do it in just a couple more seconds. And he somehow ended up just like getting frustrated with me, and he ended up cleaning the milk up before I could even go clean it. And then we somehow, somebody got into a fighting match. I do not remember all of the details, but we just started fighting with each other, and somehow this fight ended up with him accusing me of having no friends, and why am I always alone, and like, why do I not go hang out with my friends, and all this weird stuff. And again, this was when my anxiety issues were really struggling and bothering me. And I'm fairly positive I was probably going to therapy at this point, but I was still, I was still coping with it. I was still learning about my disorder and figuring out how to handle it. So it was a lot for me to process at that time. And somehow my dad and our fight, it exploded, right? And I was hurt by him, right? I was hurt that somehow spilt milk turned into him being mad at me that I wasn't getting out and hanging out with my friends more. And my grandma, again, my mom's mom, she was in the living room when all this happened. She heard everything go down. And I went to turn to my grandma for help, right? I wanted my grandma to essentially take my side, right? And because my dad was hurting me, I remember like being just hurt by what he was saying because it came out of nowhere. And my grandma pretty much told me like, oh well honey, your dad's right, or something weird. And I remember it being hurt, just so badly hurt, that my grandma, my mom's mom, was accusing my dad. And again, I don't want to go into all the details with my dad, but I'll just say that he wasn't the best dad, okay? I'm not trying to bash him. He's a good person, but he wasn't the best dad. And so it hurt that my grandma was choosing his side when he was like verbally attacking me in a way and making me feel really bad about just being who I am, which is an introvert. And so I remember like sitting on the couch and just not believing that no one was believing me, that my grandma wasn't believing me, and that I wasn't being heard. And so I started panicking, right? My anxiety was getting bad, and it was rising and it was rising. And I remember like folding over, like clutching my head, just like confused. And despite all this, despite my very clear stress that I was feeling, my grandma still insisted on taking my dad's side. And unfortunately, guys, I can't give you all the details because I don't remember all the details. I don't remember every single thing that happened. I mean, well, realistically, this would have happened a good 10 years ago, right? So I don't remember like all the little details. But I just remember like my anxiety getting so bad, and I like was practically panicking. And I went to my room, just crying, and I called my mom, and she helped comfort me, and that was that. And I don't think my dad, me, or my grandma ever talked about what happened ever again. So I don't want to say it was a panic attack, but it was definitely some sort of anxiety attack. I was struggling to breathe, and I was just clutching my hair, and I was feeling just so frustrated and not heard, and it was, yeah, it was not the most fun time. So not to absolutely bring you guys down with this sort of kind of depressing story, but I thought, oh, I'll share it, why not? And so, comment down below if you've ever had like a panic attack or an anxiety attack of any some sort. What led up to that happening, and how did you cope with it? I don't really get those anymore. Like now, being in my 20s, you know, I'm much better at like controlling my emotions and not letting myself get to that level. Not to say that I never do, but you know, that really happens to me anymore nowadays, which is, that's good at least. So that was it for another really short, quick daily vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed the short little story type video, despite it being kind of more on the sad side. And again, unfortunately, I couldn't remember all the details to tell you every single little detail, but I still hope you guys enjoyed the story. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and ring the bell for notifications so you never miss when I post a new video, which is daily, in case you want me in your daily life. If you don't, well then I guess don't subscribe. But if you want me in your daily life, then please subscribe. And alright, so see you guys. Here, baby, let's go outside. Hi, baby, we'll go outside so I can film you, because Mom is inside talking. And he's like, thank God I get to go outside, huh, baby? This is Puppy's natural habitat. He loves the sun. He loves soaking up the sun. And it makes him so dang flippin' happy. Don't it, baby? You know it. It makes you so happy. He's like, okay, leave me to be. Let me soak up the sun. Leave me alone. Okay, baby. I'll leave you alone. I was looking around my room trying to figure out how am I gonna finish this video, and I saw these little earbuds, and it just made me think of like my 3-year-old little nephew. When he came to visit last year when he was 2, he kept trying to eat these things. Obviously I kept them away from him, you know, didn't want him getting hurt obviously. The little stinker butt kept trying to eat them. And he thought he was being cute, and I was like, dude, no, and I kept having to take them away from him. And I realized I should probably throw this away because I don't need this anymore. So, yeah, okay. That's how I'm gonna end this video. So, see you guys.